Aquarius, today the cards that open before you are the Star, the Tower reversed, and the Eight of Cups. They are not empty warnings, but lights shining on a chapter of life that is closing. This is not a trivial ending. It is the truth you've been avoiding, a relationship, a belief, or an old habit that no longer feeds your soul. These cards come to remind you, even when the sky collapses, one star will still shine, and that star is you. These cards speak of a test, where your heart may be shaken and your mind pulled into rushed choices. Someone or some situation may try to manipulate your sensitivity, but Aquarius, you must not fall before you are reborn. Do not walk away yet, because the most important part has not been revealed. It is the missing piece, the one that will bring you peace and place every broken shard back where it belongs. If you feel this message awakening something in you, write in the comments, "I am ready to stand strong in my light." That phrase will seal the energy rising within you. I am not here to persuade you, nor to plant fear. I am here to remind you an old shell is breaking away, and there is no shortcut to facing it. The point is not what you lose. The point is what you lay down. Imagine a cramped room inside you finally cleared out, the closet of your soul cleaned and put back in order, and the memories placed gently away, without bitterness. In the coming days, a small sign will appear, maybe a message, a sudden conversation, or simply the moment you open a door and your hands don't tremble anymore. That will confirm the change. Do not force it, and do not deny it. It is the whisper of the universe, meant only for you. The Eight of Cups reminds me of a bond you've carried too long. Instead of lifting you, it has held you down. You've already learned the painful lessons inside that connection. The scars remain. But today, Aquarius, the question is not who did what to you. The question is, what will you choose next to move forward? And the deeper lesson is the value of letting go. The universe is not punishing you. It is freeing you. Letting go doesn't mean erasing the past. It means recognizing it, thanking it, and setting it down so your hands are free to welcome what's new. That is your strength as Aquarius, the sign born to open doors, to renew, to inspire the collective through your personal journey. Now the star shines above the cracks of the tower reversed. It confirms that every trial has reached its peak, and that is why change must come in this way. But no, this is not your ending. It is the ending of the pain that chained you in the dark, so you may step into a new chapter with clearer eyes. And yes, someone is moving toward you in these days, not only to stir memories, but to bring an intention worth hearing. If you meet it with calm and with clear boundaries, here Aquarius, your wisdom and your human instinct will shine through. Your generous heart sometimes forgets to protect itself when giving love. The messenger appears, not as a magician promising miracles, but simply to remind you. You do not need to beg to be worthy. Your intuition, like the underground current of a new era, will be switched on with a rare sharpness in the days ahead. Someone not necessarily from your past may try to paint a beautiful story to suit their own view, bending the truth or striking your most sensitive chords. Do not fall into the old habit of pleasing others just to buy a false peace. True peace never comes from denying the truth. It comes from holding it with calm strength. Listen to your body, that small tightening in your belly, that heavy breath in your chest. They are your instincts, telling you when to speak and when to stay silent. You don't need to argue, but you also must not yield where there is no sincerity. And if you're hearing these words now, don't dismiss them as coincidence. You and I both know, when the water is stirred, it is because the wind has moved. And today, it is stirred so you may awaken, place truth on the scale, and act with wisdom. The Eight of Pentacles shows me a quiet shift in your work or in your flow of income. Conversations are happening that you haven't yet heard. Decisions forming that could affect your stability. Not every word spoken behind your back is meant to harm. Sometimes it is hidden recognition, growing quietly like an underground river. For you, this is a mixture of small criticisms and a deeper respect that is silently taking root. A sign will appear, maybe an email, a message, or a sudden reminder that makes you pause. That is the signal to prepare yourself and not look away. From the depths, the sound of justice reversed rings out, reminding you that fairness is not always visible, but it always exists. And finally, there is a matter of agreements, papers, or promises left unclear, repeating itself again. Do not see it as punishment. See it as an opportunity. to resolve everything with integrity. This week, your temperament will be tested. They will ask you to speak. You love harmony. But this time, remember, telling the truth is also a way of loving yourself. This is the deepest lesson for you, Aquarius. Not every storm comes to destroy. Some storms come to sweep away what you no longer need. So your sky can be clear again, and from that open space, your star, the star, will shine brighter, guiding not only you but those who look to you. Harmony without truth is like a song without rhythm, and that is what is echoing in the circle around you. Aquarius, prepare your facts, your proof, and your conditions to face the situation. Keep your voice gentle, but firm. Do not let conflict define you, but do not ignore it either. The star and the Seven of Cups appear as soon as I say the word opportunity. Like a reminder, that light only reveals its power when it shines into the dark. Before you stand many crossroads, each one tempting in its own way. One road inviting you away from the familiar, another dazzling you like a flash of lightning, and a third quiet and steady, guiding your inner evolution. How will you know? Let your intuition lead, and remember, not everything that glitters is gold. This is your lesson to tell the difference between glamour and true value. A sign will appear 3 times in the coming days. It could be a repeating number, a song returning, a symbol on a billboard, or an image flashing across your screen. When you see it the 3rd time, stop, breathe deeply, and listen with all 5 senses. That sign is tied to the return of someone who left a deep mark on you, and to the missing piece you've been searching for, the one that can untie the knot. Now, speaking of healing, the 3 of Swords reversed shows up in the healing position, and it moves me deeply, because I see your effort to mend the old wound. The wound that once throbbed with every touch is finally closing. But to heal fully, a truth must be revealed. And in that moment, you may stand frozen. Do not see it as a bomb. See it as a key, unlocking the door that has been closed for so long. This person carries a secret about the real reason they changed, and now they want to bring it into the open. Your role is not to judge, but to listen, to name clearly what you need, and to decide with a heart that is protected. This is the lesson of maturity. You cannot control someone else's story, but you can control how you receive it. If your hands tremble, that's normal. Do not mistake trembling for weakness. It is energy shifting, preparing to lift you into a new frequency. So allow me to give you now a sacred affirmation, one spoken with an open heart and feet rooted firmly on the ground, to order what you feel and to draw closer what belongs to you. Repeat this out loud with me. Let it echo through the space you're in like a gentle bell. I am the wind of freedom. I choose truth. I embrace the transformation that blesses me. Breathe in, slowly breathe out. Feel the temperature in the room shift, because these words, spoken from your soul, begin to arrange the unseen pieces moving around you. In the visible world, the sun is shining in your house of values and possessions, awakening a sense of security. For Aquarius, security is as important as a warm embrace after the rain. An unexpected form of support is on its way. A payment thought lost, a refund you never imagined, a generous helping hand, or even a coincidence the universe has carefully arranged. But remember, this is not just a story of ethics or money. It is a story of energy and how you receive it. For the next 3 days, keep your frequency clear and steady. Do not feed resentment. Do not punish yourself for what hasn't happened yet. And do not look at your account with fear. Look with eyes of gratitude and responsibility. Tomorrow afternoon, a phone call will come, seemingly ordinary, yet it will touch a subject long forgotten. The pieces have fallen into place, and this time it is different. On your cards, I see love, wholehearted love, being redefined, not coldness, but the art of filtering what you allow in. The tower appears, not collapsing but releasing. Masks, yours and theirs, once used to keep peace at the cost of truth, are falling away piece by piece. And yes, you may ache when you see the true intentions of 3 people around you, but do not curse them. Your energy is far too precious to waste on that. Withdraw quietly. Like the tide pulling back from the shore, peace belongs to your home, and that home is your heart. The 6 of Wands appears, a signal of recognition, a subtle reward for the effort you poured in when no one was watching. Ask yourself, what did I give myself to? because when you see the reason, you'll realize the universe never overlooks your sincere acts. Recognition may come from your work, from your community, or even from a small but heartfelt thank you. From here, a new door will open, but it comes with watchful eyes. The Five of Swords whispers a warning. There is one person, only one, who is unhappy with your light. Do not give them power beyond what they actually have. Recognize the signs, praise laced with sarcasm, probing questions, constant comparisons. Stand firm. Do not let them manipulate your energy field. Before the week ends, their mask will fall. The Seven of Swords confirms your intuition. Someone is trying to claim credit for what isn't theirs, or twisting truth for their own gain. But instead of reacting with anger, hold your integrity and let the wheel of destiny turn. In the next 2 weeks, fairness will be restored. What was taken will return to its rightful owner. Balance will come back. Without you sacrificing your peace, trust this, your tears were never wasted, and your patience was never blind. This is how the universe teaches you that Aquarius' greatest strength is not in fighting, but in standing firm in the light of truth. This is wisdom and love, and I whisper it to you softly so it touches your ears and your chest. Great love is approaching, right when you believe there are no signs left. Inside your mind is noise, exhaustion, fear of repetition. Yet all of it is understood by the universe. Pause, breathe deeply. It is like someone opening a window, letting fresh air flood into a stifling room. You don't need to make promises to anyone. You only need to allow yourself to feel, without judgment. The Four of Cups reverse signals a clear emotional awakening within the next 24 hours. You may feel afraid, because you've kept your heart closed for so long to avoid pain. But now, the wave of longing for life and love is rising. Do not run from it. It is the sign your heart is beating without armor again. And this is healthy. As long as you protect yourself with love, not with walls. The one returning to your life is not here for idle talk. The Ten of Pentacles points to an offer of long-term stability. It could be a shared project, a joint plan blending finances and family, or even the beginning of a formal commitment. But remember, deep down, you already know part of the story they haven't spoken. And that gives you an advantage, not to win, but to stay clear, let them speak, ask for clarity, and don't rush to decide. Time is yours when you know how to give it to yourself. On the table, the King of Pentacles sits calm, fully aware of his worth, and the Nine of Pentacles closes the circle with strong independence. A new source of income will appear before the month ends, but only if you are brave enough to step out of the old despair. Sometimes, it comes from an ordinary conversation when someone says they need exactly what you're good at, the skill you've taken for granted, as natural as breathing, suddenly revealed to be worth more than you imagined. Do not lower yourself. Do not apologize for charging what you're worth. Remember, the money you receive becomes food, shelter, peace of mind for you and the ones you love. Your guides have been tapping you on the shoulder through repeating numbers, a feather on the road, or coincidences smiling at you. They are asking you to stop punishing yourself. Forgiving yourself is not weakness. It is the key that opens the door you once thought was locked forever. Embrace yourself, seriously and unconditionally. Write down the things you forgive yourself for. Keep that note where you place your treasures, because it is truly a treasure. The Lovers appear, a double card showing a decision filled with emotion, a decision that will shape the coming years of your life. There are no mistakes if you choose with awareness, but remember, there is the safe road, and there is the road of passion and challenge. The answer will not come from debate in your mind, but in a dream. Clear and honest. Keep a journal close in these days. The moon is speaking to you in dreams. When you wake, before you reach for your phone, write down what you remember. The very first line often holds the truth you miss when awake. For health, the Three of Cups reversed whispers. Your body has been speaking to you for a long time. The fatigue that lingers, the heaviness in your chest, the nights of sleep without peace. None of this is random. It is a call for boundaries, for real rest, clean water, nourishing food, quiet space, and gentleness toward yourself. In the coming days, messages will appear clearly from an offhand remark, a page in a book, or a random article. These will be the final pieces you need to adjust your habits and recover health, both body and soul. Your body is your sacred home, and there is no shelter more important. A new journey is opening ahead. And I'm not just speaking of packing a bag. The Six of Swords shows transformation inside and out, a journey toward calmer shores of the mind, perhaps. An opportunity will arise for you to step into a land you've only dreamed of. Or, without leaving your city, you'll begin an inner journey that changes the way you see the world. The first sign will be an invitation. At the most inconvenient time, don't refuse too quickly. The Fool whispers it is a small leap of faith, a step that may leave you dizzy, but one you will thank yourself for forever. This leap is not meaningless. It is proof of your belief in your own worth. The Hermit reminds you, the time you spent closed off, digging through old memories, sorting the messy drawers of your soul, was necessary. It taught you what you needed to learn, and now the world is calling you back. This return is no longer timid. You will find yourself in social settings not planned in advance, pulled out of your comfort zone. And there you will realize your light never disappeared. You were simply saving it for this moment, but Temperance reversed warns, if you cling to false balance, you will stay stuck. Now is the time to hold and to act. Yes, do not be afraid to feel alive. Before I close this reading, I ask for one small powerful act. Write in the comments, I honor my intuition and protect my home. Not for anyone else, but for yourself, and for the path opening with each steady step. If you repeat this sincerely, it will reset your energy field and signal to the universe you are ready to receive what is rightfully yours. Now listen calmly to the final part. There is a confession that will change the way you see the past. Among the cups on the table, you must choose for yourself without lying to yourself, and close by, there is a face, glowing when you shine. The cards point to this with such subtlety it moves me. I will not say it just yet. For you must feel it in your chest and look long in the mirror to truly see yourself. When I turn the next card, I will show you the sign, how to tell the difference between a sincere proposal and a disguised temptation. I will also tell you what part of that confession can be medicine instead of another wound, and why one person, the one always on time, is the very key you never knew you were searching for. It is time to lean into one side, to take a risk, to change, and find a new foundation. Let me say this to you gently, like someone holding your hands after a sip of warm tea. I know, Aquarius hearts are yearning to break free from old limits, to let the waters of life carry you to new shores. The cards whisper with the sound of the ocean, that what is coming will scare you and excite you at the same time, but do not fear. These waves are not here to drown you. They are here to reorder everything at the root. Like moving the furniture in your home. At first, it looks chaotic, but when the dust clears, the house breathes better, and so do you. The first sign will come soon, almost like an unexpected bell. A message, a call, arriving before Thursday noon. It will lead you toward a decision that lights up your creativity, your expression, and the dream you've kept hidden. Your soul has been silent too long, whispering, someday, but now. The star shines directly in your house of expression, and its light is not shallow. It pours down like sacred water on the dry ground of your talent. The songs you never wrote, the words you never spoke, the painting left unfinished, the dish you dreamed of cooking, the craft project you never started. All of it is bubbling now, like a winter broth ready to release its fragrance. What is extraordinary is not only the relief of putting down the heavy weight you've carried, but that this wave brings recognition and tangible results. The universe has aligned so that your sensitivity becomes a gift. What once made you restless in silence now becomes nourishment. It fills your home and reminds you that you never have to lose your essence to prosper, but to welcome this wave of fortune. You must face an old fear, the fear of judgment. I see three voices, like anchors. Two belong to people no longer in your life, but still alive in memory like ghosts of criticism. And the third voice, present today, will soon reveal its true nature. It never really cared for you. It was only envy disguised as advice. Once you see that, its power will dissolve. Aquarius, your strength is rising right now, not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready, but in these very hours opening before you. If you don't reach out within the next 48 hours, if you don't take at least one clear step toward what your heart desires, the door will temporarily close. until the wheel turns again. I don't say this to pressure you. I say it so you understand the rhythm of the universe. Think of the moon's tide. If you don't ride the wave when it swells, it will pull back, leaving you staring at the horizon. This invitation comes with death in its most loving form, the shedding of old skin, the mask you once wore to please, to avoid conflict, to pretend at peace. That version of you, the one who nodded yes while screaming no inside, the one who shrank so no one would be uncomfortable, is ending its cycle. From the ashes, a new self rises, wider, calmer, more loyal to the currents within. You may feel overwhelmed, asking, who am I without this armor? But remember, symbolic death always clears the way for dawn. Others will notice. Even those who have known you for years will ask in wonder, what happened to you? Your eyes will deepen, like the ocean at night under the moon, and you will begin to attract those who vibrate with this new frequency. That also means some who fed off the easier version of you will be left behind. At first it will hurt, but it will be like pulling out a thorn that has kept you from breathing. The Emperor appears to remind you, take the reins, gently but firmly, draw the map yourself, set boundaries without guilt. In the weeks ahead, you'll face a specific situation where someone has taken advantage of your kindness. It won't be easy, but in facing it, you'll release a surge of energy you never knew you had. On the material side, 5 of Pentacles reversed brings unexpected help. It may come from someone you once helped when no one else would, and now they are in a position to return the favor. Or it may appear as an opportunity born directly from your current need. The universe has a way of turning narrow alleys into bridges, and the key will be to hold dignity and keep faith when this support arrives. Trust me, it will come. Before the next new moon, and when the new moon rises, your relationship with money will become clear. You will see that your sense of scarcity is not innate. It is an emotional inheritance, a family box no one dared to open. But Aquarius, the sign of renewal, you are the one chosen to break that pattern, to open a different path for those who come after. I know, maybe you're hearing these words with tears in your eyes, or your heart beating faster. That is natural. When we meet truth, the body responds, as if it has finally found its home. Nothing here is random. Every word arrived because you called it, with your intention, because you were ready to hear what your soul has always known. And the spiritual confirmation comes with the Ace of Swords, cutting through the fog. The decision you've delayed for so long receives its yes. Not a push, not a shout, but a gentle affirmation that the moment has ripened. The fear rising in your stomach is not danger, but the trembling of growth. Each time you feel this trembling, it means you are standing right at the doorway of a great turning point. This return is deeper, because this time you are more conscious of yourself. Your guides, sometimes appearing as ancestors, sometimes in the scent of salt air or fresh-baked bread, are arranging circumstances. So goodness comes toward you, and the Hierophant shows me. In the coming days, you will receive spiritual teachings. It might come from a book that falls into your hands, from a sudden conversation, or from a dream so clear it feels almost unreal. Tomorrow, when that number, that name, or that symbol returns after so many years, don't call it coincidence. That is your signal. You are on the right path, preparing for a meeting that will shift your destiny. Someone who once belonged to your story will return, but not empty-handed. They come back with doors opening in succession, with new connections, with bridges, and one of those bridges will lead you directly to your life purpose. The world appears in your house of value, confirming that a long cycle is closing. It reveals your authentic calling, and it may not match the career you studied or the work you've done until now. In fact, some will look at you with doubt when you speak of your new direction, but in that very strangeness, you will find truth and peace. This is a now or never moment, when the calm sea invites you to set sail, because your mission, your abundance, and your true love are converging, like stars aligning overhead. And there sits the Empress at your table, speaking of birth. For some, it may mean a literal child, but for most Aquarians, it is an inner birth, a project, a dream, a work of art, a beginning long nurtured in silence. It has been a long pregnancy, with strange symptoms, restlessness without cause, moods rising and falling like tides, and a deep knowing that something great is forming. even if you cannot yet name it. The birth may be intense, but quick, and what arrives will surpass your imagination, because it carries your unique mark, a signature no one else can copy. At the same time, the person who drained your energy, like a silent leak, will begin to walk away. Eight of Cups shows you won't need to force it. No struggle. It happens naturally. So naturally that you may wonder, why did it take them so long to leave? Life is simple. When you drop the old skin, when you stand in the place the universe designed for you, what doesn't belong will fade, and what belongs will remain. Aquarius, that is true freedom. But first, you must learn to hear your inner voice again. And now that you've found it, the path before you opens toward healthy, nourishing relationships. This change will show even in your body. Strength will no longer be tight muscles, but renewal, a desire to move, to care for yourself, to rest deeply, to feel peace. What once seemed chronic, what you endured out of resignation, may begin to improve almost mysteriously, because biology follows energy. When your vibration rises, your body celebrates, but the universe asks you to do your part. The workout you've delayed, the diet you know is better, the health check you've avoided. Now is the time. In the next 21 days, it will be easier than ever to rewrite your habits. And around day 7 or 14, temptations will try to pull you back. That is when you must remember, you ride a wave not by fighting it, but by keeping your balance as it passes. Let your habits be a warm embrace, not a whip. Do that, and your vitality will rise like never before. The call is clear now. The call to come home. And for Aquarius, home is not just a place. It is a state of soul, where you are whole, without masks, without forced smiles. The walls within you are inviting you back to the chair of truth, to wrap yourself in the gentle blanket, to remember when you care for yourself, you are healing the world. Here appears the Knight of Wands, swift, insistent, bringing news that will demand action. Next week, everything speeds up. A decision you've wrestled with for months must be made in minutes, not to frighten you, but to free you from hesitation. The idea you've been holding in your head must be born, even if imperfect. The Knight whispers while you hesitate. Others, bolder, are already moving ahead, but without your gift, and the universe only blesses what takes form, not what remains an illusion. In the next 72 hours, inspiration will burst forth. If you sit down and begin, the current will carry you farther than you think. 7 of Cups reversed shows a family secret soon to be revealed. It may happen as you open an old album, as you speak with an elder relative, or as you hear a story that seems ordinary, until suddenly, a missing piece appears. It may be an inheritance, a love story bound to destiny, or a spiritual thread running through your blood. When it is awakened, you will understand why certain paths have always called you. These gifts arrive like memories from another lifetime. They are tied to your soul's purpose. And I confess this to you, like a father, you have used them before, but for things too small, like someone using a holy sword to slice bread. It works, but it does not honor its power. Now, it is time to use them where they belong, and when you open your heart, love will come. Love is seeking you, as you are seeking it, but sometimes out of fear, you hide behind armor and chase hollow signs instead. Release a little control, allow yourself to be seen, allow yourself to be felt, because when you return to your true self, love will come naturally. The tower has already fallen in your relationship, but not to destroy. It fell to expose the lies, so you could rebuild on a stronger foundation. In the coming days, someone's true face will be revealed. It may sting, it may hurt, but clarity is worth more than 1,000 illusions. And just when you think you are alone, someone unexpected appears, offering you unconditional support, the kind that asks for nothing in return. At the same time, your financial intuition sharpens like an antenna. The King of Cups rises in your chart, a symbol of mature sensitivity, holding the balance of money. It shows that you will know when to give, when to keep, when to invest, and when to wait in patience. More important than all of this, you will understand that money itself is just energy, and energy always responds to the vibration you send out. When you raise your frequency, by doing what you love, by respecting yourself, and respecting others, the material world has no choice but to catch up. And at last, a karmic debt will be paid. The 6 of Swords reversed shows the invisible ties of the past are finally loosening. A relief, maybe the greatest relief in years, is coming for you. It is the feeling of someone who has cleared a soul debt and is now free to create a future without that weight. This ending is unmistakable. What was taken from you will be returned. It may not be money. It may simply be a word of recognition, a moment of understanding, a gesture of forgiveness. But that single act will allow you to close a heavy cycle and rest in peace. And you'll see, the return of a certain person is no accident. It belongs to a larger plan, a picture only visible when seen from above. They come back with an explanation, with an opportunity, or with the key to forgiveness. And then, the destiny of this relationship will depend entirely on your response. So here, I ask you, remain calm, because the cards show your very first reaction when you're hurt is rarely the wisest. Give yourself time. Let the waves settle before you speak. Don't act like the wave, act like the lighthouse. Shining, steady, unwavering, you are only one deep breath away from touching the miracle. And this is not illusion. It is the clear confirmation that what you prayed for is already knocking. But remember, the universe needs your conscious permission. A declaration from the depths of your soul will open the gates of knowledge. If this truth resonates with you, write it down. I seal my rebirth under the light of the moon. This is not just a phrase, it is an energetic act, a sacred covenant between you and the universe. The sun appears shining on your spiritual path. It signals a moment of sudden enlightenment, not a slow awakening, but a sudden spark. When every piece falls into place, and you finally see everything that has happened has led you right here. It may arrive while you meditate, while you dream, or in the middle of something simple, washing dishes, walking outside, staring at the ocean. And suddenly you just know, this is the reason. In that instant, your gift of healing is activated. You don't have to lay your hands on others to heal. You will heal through your voice, through the calm of your presence, through the art you create, through the way you listen, making people feel at home. In the weeks ahead, many will be drawn to you for comfort, and they may not even know why, but you will know. It is the sign that your inner light has truly been lit. Don't fear your power. Use it with humility and steady grace. This moment was written in the contract of your soul. Every loss and every joy, every ending and every beginning has prepared you for this. Judgment declares that your rebirth is no longer a metaphor. It is a living vibration already waiting. As if your new self exists, just waiting for you to reach out and claim it. To anchor this energy, I offer you a sacred decree. Say it out loud with an open heart, with your feet grounded to the earth. I, Aquarius, reclaim my inner home under the light of the moon and allow my destiny to descend upon the earth. Your home, your sacred sanctuary, is being transformed. The Four of Wands signals important changes in your living space. It could be a move, a renovation, or a deep cleansing of energy. Whatever form it takes, your space will realign itself, becoming a true shelter for fresh vibrations. And in that space, kindred souls will gather. New connections will be born. Before this year ends, a special celebration will happen in your home, a reason to rejoice, a moment that may feel far away now, but it is already on its way. It will be tied to recognition, to an achievement you are reaching right now, even if you don't yet see the full picture. The strange thing is, it will all unfold so naturally that you will laugh and cry at the same time. I see new faces around you, and even someone from the past, but with a new role, like a happy echo in a new room. Your transformation is complete in the subtle realms. Now it is simply blending into everyday life, and this is the most delicate, most beautiful moment, because it allows the vision to become words, the illusion to become habits, the dream to become actions. Aquarius, you don't need grand heroic gestures. Small, steady acts are enough. The Death card, the one that once frightened you, now opens its true gift. It is not about physical endings. It is about saying goodbye to the masks, the pleasing behaviors, the forced smiles, the silences that hid your pain. From that compost, a truer, radiant self is born. This new self understands that balancing everyone else is not your duty. True balance is born within, when you honor your own flow. The next 72 hours may feel intense, not to frighten you, but to show you that the words you have spoken are becoming reality, in a way that leaves you speechless. Keep a notebook nearby, write it down. Keep your chest open, because love may appear as friendship, as a gesture, or in a silence shared. Also, keep your mind clear. Important decisions are coming. You do have the wisdom, even if doubt sometimes hides it. And remember, when things feel unstable, take a deep breath. Sometimes life shakes us, just to rearrange us. If that person appears and your heart races, know this: you always have the freedom to choose your response. No destiny can defeat you. There are only paths inviting you, and you decide whether to walk them. If many opportunities arrive at once and it feels overwhelming, trust that the universe never gives you more than you can hold. Your golden destiny, the one you sensed as a child, watching the moon through your window, is waiting. The old must be transformed, so the new can be welcomed. And the new, dear Aquarius, will surpass even your wildest dreams. The cards have spoken, and the universe, patient as a pot simmering on slow fire, has prepared this rebirth for you. Welcome to your true self. The time is now. This is your moment, your miracle, child of the stars and the wind, and it begins right now.